Today in Cannabis News, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says the Safe Banking Act might have to wait once a federal cannabis legalization measure is introduced. The Louisiana State House passes a measure that would decriminalize small-scale possession of cannabis, and a notable Wall Street investor says the potential of psychedelics far exceeds the potential of cannabis. It's Thursday, May 13th, and this is your TRICHOMES Morning Buzz.
Broadcasting live from the TRICHOMES.com studios in Southern California. It's time for your Morning Buzz. We bring you late-breaking news that keeps you up to date with what's happening in the cannabis industry.
First up, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer once again said that they'll soon present a cannabis proposal that will legalize the herb and expunge cannabis criminal records. Here's the immediate time frame. Senator Schumer said to former South Carolina State Representative Bakari Sellers in an interview with The Ringer released this week, before just adding that along with Senators Ron Wyden and Cory, they will be introducing their bill shortly. We're going to get some support from the right on this, we hope, said Schumer. It's going to take a little while. We're going to need a mass campaign, but there's real excitement in the country to do this right now. Schumer has no intention of jeopardizing the cannabis legalization proposal by first implementing a narrower cannabis banking bill, with Democrats holding a Senate majority in the U.S. Congress, noting that any banking accessibility measure submitted must wait because we're not going to bargain against ourselves, he said. Last month, in an interview with Marijuana Moment, Schumer made a related point, saying that first approving a bill that safeguards banks that serve licensed cannabis companies might impede more substantive reformation. Republicans and moderate Democrats who are undecided on more ambitious reform legislation could be unlikely to vote for it, and instead they can vote for a more conservative measure such as the Secure and Fair Enforcement or Safe Banking Act.
Next up, the Louisiana State House has passed a measure that would decriminalize small-scale possession of cannabis, eliminating the risk of prison sentences and minimizing the maximum punishment to a $100 ticket for up to a half an ounce of cannabis. Representative Cedric Glover's House Bill 652 was approved by the Republican-controlled chamber. The bill received strong support from Republicans, who control the state legislature, and there was minimal dissent. Representative Alan Seabaugh, among the most conservative House representatives, joined Glover and Representative Denise Marcel in supporting the measure. "I think it's a fairly good compromise," Seabaugh said. "We don't need to be filling up our jails with misdemeanor offenses of marijuana," Marcel said. Presently, a first arrest for possession of under a half an ounce of cannabis in Louisiana may result in a fine of up to $300 or a 15-day jail sentence. The sentences increase significantly after that, with a possible prison term of 6 months for a second offense, 2 years for a third, and 8 years for a fourth offense. The bill now heads to the state Senate.
And last up, the latest promising findings on MDMA and psilocybin as possible mental health treatment advancements have been outlined in recent reports in the New England Journal of Medicine and Nature Medicine. Wall Street investors have taken notice of the reports, such as Kevin O'Leary, millionaire investor, co-host of Shark Tank, and chairman of the O-Shares ETFs. The potential of psychedelics far exceeds the potential of cannabis, O'Leary said at CNBC's Healthy Returns Summit this week. O'Leary said that they consider new applications for illicit substances pragmatically, and that as an entrepreneur, they believe it's wiser to invest in psychedelics, as studies are indicating medical effectiveness, instead of betting on cannabis and recreational drug usage that remains prohibited in numerous regions. O'Leary has investments in the psychedelic therapy firms MindMed and Compass Pathways, citing a significant increase in industry support of medicinal psychedelic use over the last year and a half, as well as the progress of several clinical studies. This is a brand new era of medicine with incredible potential, O'Leary noted, adding that the direction shareholders should view it is focused on the fact that in decades, no new mental health medications have been authorized.
That was today's Buzz. Thanks for listening. For more cannabis news and insights from industry professionals and a place to discuss these stories and others, visit TRICHOMES.com.
And be sure to catch up with all of our other cannabis industry-related podcasts, like Hash It Out, Careers in Cannabis, or the International Cannabis Conversation, wherever you get your podcasts. For TRICHOMES.com, I'm David Fortin.
And I'm Devin Liao. Have a great day.